Welcome to Toffee TV, to the Everton News Daily. We start with the news that Liverpool forward Roberto Firmino has been cleared by the FA after an allegation he racially abused Mason Holgate was dismissed. The governing body has dismissed suggestions Mason Holgate made the claim in anything but good faith, while also explaining why it took so long to reach the decision. After considering all the available evidence, we consider it's not significant to raise a charge against Firmino. However, we're completely satisfied that the allegation was made in absolute good faith by Holgate, and there is no suggestion of this being an intentionally false or malicious allegation. Firmino has admitted insulting Mason Holgate in Portuguese, but it vehemently denied it was any kind of racist language. An Everton statement has been released. The club welcomes the FA's expression of complete satisfaction that the allegation made by our player Mason Holgate was done in so absolute good faith, that proper process was followed, and that there was no suggestion of malice or dishonesty on Mason's part. The club also welcomes the FA's commitment to continue to treat all allegations of discriminatory nature with extreme seriousness in challenging circumstances. The FA has reached its determination as a club. We accept this. Obviously, this happened in the FA Cup tie in January, and obviously it happened in front of the cameras. The FA said they've looked at all those cameras and other angles that weren't shown on TV, got statements from players, but don't believe that there is enough evidence to move forward with it. And as I said, they don't believe Mason Holgate has done this, fraudulently, or is trying to set up a fellow pro, but obviously felt like there was something said. Yeah, and that's it really, isn't it? They couldn't find any evidence to suggest there was any racial abuse, and that's where we are, and that's where it stands, and we move on. There'll be a lot of stick thrown towards Mason Holgate, especially on social media and stuff like that, but the FA have cleared him of any wrongdoing as well, which is good. The family of Alfie Lewis are set to appeal a High Court decision to switch off his life support machine, thanks to a last-minute donation by Bill Kenwright. The family needed £10,000 after the High Court said that the machine that was keeping him alive would be switched off on Friday, and obviously the family, who were all Evertonians, needed to do everything in their power. They set up a page through Facebook to raise the £10,000, and it looks like Bill Kenwright has come in with a large donation to really help the cause. Alfie's Army supporter Kaylee Rebecca wrote, "We couldn't be more grateful for each and every one of Alfie's supporters who have helped." Alfie's aunt Sarah wrote, "Alfie's Army, we got over the target. I can refund those who need it. Anyone who doesn't, I will be getting it sent to Just Giving. You are all amazing." And obviously it comes after the High Court had said that his life support could be turned off. The family feel that there is treatment, not on offer in the UK, but on offer, I think it's in Rome, that could save the 2-year-old's life, and want to press forward with that. But the doctors in this country feel that there's nothing more they can do, and feel like there's actually no brain activity to move on. But obviously Bill Kenwright has stepped in and helped with a large donation, which hopefully we'll see them get to speak at the appeal, and obviously as a family that's all they can do, and try and do the best for their young baby. So obviously we wish them good luck with that. David Unsworth's had a say on David Hennon. David Hennon is out of contract at the end of the season, and David Unsworth was asked about whether there's a possibility of a new contract still available. He has said absolutely, of course, he can get a new one, but performances will dictate that. Monday night versus Derby wasn't his finest hour, but he's got pace, he scores a goal, and when he's at his best, he's a real threat, and has been absolutely fantastic for us over the years. So it's another one where we'll sit down with him, see where the performances are between now and the end of the season, and we'll speak to him. David Hennon feels like he's been at Everton for a very, very long time. He signed on the day Romelu Lukaku signed, and at the time it felt like a little bit of a sweetener to get it over the line, maybe. And then there was the bizarre situation where he moved. I think we got him initially on loan, and then he moved to Olympiacos, and we got him back on loan, and then we signed him, and it was all very, very complicated. And I don't know, the lad never really seems to have kicked on. He did very well for the under 23s last year, without being actually a standout and a player who played every week. But he's got bags of pace. I think he was in the squad for the Chelsea League Cup game this season when David Unsworth took over as manager. But that was about it. We've never really seen anything else of him. And as David Unsworth said, his performances need to, be better for the under-23s week in and week out before he gets that chance to step up and be part of the first team squad. He still is only 21 and he seems to have a real affinity for the club, being with us for 4 or 5 years now. So let's hope maybe his performances get better, and if they do, he gets a chance of a contract and kicks on, hopefully. European Cup winner Gary Birtles has left to the defence of Kieran Dowell. Kieran Dowell's been subject to a lot of criticism recently from Nottingham Forest fans. Once they talked about him in absolutely glowing praise, and now they've all turned on them, as all football fans do. He has struggled recently and has been in and out the side. Gary Birtles has said the 21-year-old is struggling to boost what he is capable of on the kind of regular basis we hope for. Times like this can be a real sink or swim moment for young players. They can fall by the wayside or rise to the challenge. I'm 100% sure he will rise to the challenge. Dowell is tremendously gifted. He's a player that I love to watch. I just hope Ike Karanka sticks with him and he keeps giving him the regular games, because like Tomlin, he is a major part to play this season potentially. I think anyone who watched Dowell for either Everton or Forest knows he's soon discover his magic touch. And to be honest, this is what we were saying about him last season. When he's on it, he's absolutely brilliant. Kieran Dowell, he really is when he's on it. But when he's not, he can just drift out of games and not be part of games, and that's the problem with him. So hopefully, he knuckles down for the rest of the season. Obviously, it's a new manager coming as well. Maybe I don't know, tactics have changed, training's changed. It's maybe upset him a little bit in terms of his playing ability or what he wants to do on the pitch. Maybe they're asking more of him, and I don't know, but hopefully we see him discover his form at the end of the season and kick on, and hopefully come back to Everton next season and do the business for us. Anyway, that's it. That's the Everton News Daily. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then.